Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the types of government. There are 4 types of government that we're going to talk about today. Now, this is all setting up part of our project here, right? So our project is government creation. You guys are creating a government and post-apocalyptical Great Lakes region. And we've talked about that and what it takes. Now it's time to pick the type of government that you guys want. And I'm here to kind of lead the way a little bit and show you how to do it. So first, a refresher about the definition of government. Government is the system in which a state enacts and enforces the policies that it has created to maintain social or economic order. So we're talking about the type of leadership, the type of policies, the type of enforcement that you guys are going to use to make sure that you can maintain the order within your governmental region. Now we're working as individuals, so you guys each get to kind of pick right now, and we'll come together and we'll hold a Congress to decide on these rules. So the 4 types are totalitarianism, an oligarchy, a monarchy, and a democracy. And I want to take a moment and go over each one and ask a question as we go. Totalitarianism. It's the form of government that allows for no individual freedoms. 0. You don't get a say. Dictatorship is another word for it. All right? And seeks to control all aspects of your life, from religion to what you watch on TV to what you read in the newspaper. Totalitarian leaders do that to you. They don't allow you the choice. Right? It's characterized by a strong central government in which coercion and repression are used to control the people. The government must maintain control. They use things like force, coercion, forcing you to do something, and repression to make sure that you follow the rules. Right? Historically, can you think of any examples of a government like this? What are some things that fall into this category? And what would this look like if we were to think about it in historical terms? Probably looks something like Nazi Germany, Stalin's USSR, or currently North Korea, where people have very little say. And that kind of sums up totalitarianism for us, and we're going to move on to the next one, which is oligarchy. I know you guys can't see that just right now, but we'll get it there in a second. It's the form of government that allows for rule by a few, usually a small privileged group, for selfish purposes. Many oligarchies are tyrannical in nature, so they still follow that totalitarian method, relying upon public obedience to be successful. So as long as the public is being obedient, they can make it happen. Examples of this might include what? What does this look like in history? You may have come up with something like apartheid South Africa, right, where the ruling minority of whites controlled the majority blacks and did so to benefit themselves. You might think ancient Sparta, where the warriors were kind of in charge there and made decisions based on what was successful to them. And the Communist Party in China or in Russia, the non-Communist Party, but Putin's backers in Russia, may also fall into this category. So when you talk about the Communist Party, you're talking about a few privileged families that continue to maintain rule over China and the Communist Party. And when you talk about Russia, you're talking about a total oligarchy where the wealthiest, like 2% of people in Russia, control 98% of the country's wealth. So it's a very, very kind of rich at the top and not so nice everywhere else. And that would be kind of some examples. All right, monarchies next. All right, a form of government which sees power is usually assigned to one individual, usually seen as king or queen of a country. All right. Many monarchies have various rules for power seeking, but historically, absolute monarchy was the rule. Now, just a couple days ago, we talked about how monarchy was no longer absolute in 1215 with the signing of the Magna Carta, and how the English kept getting rights and more rights. That's an important thing to memorize here, because when I show you this, I can't say that truthfully, England is still a monarchy, because they're not. They have a constitution and a parliament that makes decisions. But we can still see that, like in Thailand, where we have a king. All right, so we kind of see some things like that. Jordan has a king. Hawaii had a queen before the United States disposed of the ruling family to make it so we could grow sugar cane there tax-free. England, Thailand, and Canada was once part of England's constitutional monarchy, much like the colonies in the United States. They just stuck around for a lot longer, and they still print the Queen's picture on their money. Last but not least, we have democracy. It's a form of government in which all eligible citizens participate. Now, eligibility is determined by the people in power. So when this country started, it was white male owners, white male property owners, and then it became white and black males, and then it became white and black males and females, and finally we start to kind of see that we have almost universal eligibility, but very few participate. Democracy can be direct or indirect. Direct means that we are all actively involved. Indirect is the election of representatives. So in the United States, it's easy for us to say that we have an indirect democracy. I vote every couple years in November that tells me and my representatives how I feel about certain issues. And then those representatives go forth and see me. So historical examples might look something like the United States, India, the world's largest democracy, South Korea, Japan, and Spain. So all of those countries kind of fit there. So when we take a look at what's next, I want you guys to tell me what type of government you would use and why. I need you to compare and contrast the different government types and tell me what is the best form of government and why. So it's important that we can see what type of government is the best, and I want you guys to pick. Now, anticipating questions here, can we blend the two? Absolutely. England is a constitutional monarchy where they have a royal family, but the royal family doesn't necessarily hold all of the power, or any power if you really want to look at it. So it's important that you guys realize you can blend them, so you guys can pick the ones that you guys want. Make sure that you tell me what you want to plan on using in your in the region, so that when we come together as a Congress, you can propose this to the class. All right? Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you guys around. Have a good one.